I'm going to tell you exactly what true happiness is. True happiness is not what they paint it to be. In fact, in their what society tells you is true happiness is actually part of what prevents you from having true happiness. Very interesting, because what does society say is true happiness? Well, doing whatever you want, just giving into everything, playing a bunch of video games, watching movies, watching explicit content's okay, blah, 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 blah. In reality, these type of things are the things that prevent you from having true happiness. Because the truth is, true happiness is freedom from vices. True happiness is away from saying, is being taken away from social media, not needing social media in order to be satisfied. You're not needing to do this. You don't need to do that in order to stimulate yourself. Not needing to play video games in order to pass time because you don't actually enjoy your life. Not needing to watch explicit content because you're degenerate. Not needing to watch movies all the time to help you escape your reality. All of this stuff. True happiness is when you don't need any of this stuff. And I would say, in most cases, not do any of this stuff. Because what a lot of people don't understand is that when you're actually free from something like video games, you don't actually want to play video games anymore. I don't have no desire to play video games anymore. Why? And I've talked about this in other videos. Because I actually enjoy my life. So I don't need to escape from my life. I don't want to escape from my life. I enjoy doing what I do every day. I enjoy working. I enjoy learning. Video games take me away from that. So why would I want to play video games? The only reason why I could see anyone wanting to play video games is if they don't actually enjoy their lives. And they want to escape from their lives. Because that's what video games are. It's a simulation of what you would actually rather be doing. Whether it be GTA and you beat a bunch of people up, or sports video games where you're a basketball player. No. The reality, or you're some warrior in some video game and you rank up. The reality is, in real life, this is what you want. You want to rank up. You want to be able to do whatever you want. You want to be the sports player, blah, 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 blah. But you don't have it in real life, so you go to this video game in order to receive it. And this is why video games were made. This is not objectionable. This is literally why video games were made. Video games exploit your natural human instincts. And this goes for all other vices. Whether it be watching movies, it triggers the same mechanisms as video games, although it's not as detrimental because you could do productive things while watching a movie. Explicit content, it triggers it completely destroys your dopamine circuitry. I mean, this is one of the worst ones right here. It destroys your dopamine circuitry. It's very hard not to be stressed all the time. I'm saying this as someone who used to have this issue and someone who is stopped now. I could say getting rid of it is one of the best things I've ever done. When I realized I didn't need it anymore, it was one of the happiest moments of my life. So, when you're in this position of not needing these vices, you don't need to this superficial stimulation in order to be happy. This is when you're actually living true to yourself. Now, how do you attain this? How do you actually get there? I would say you just go through quitting each one by one. And this is what I did. First, I quit social media. Then I quit video games. Then I quit explicit content. Now I'm free from vices. I have no more vices. Now for you, I mean, you might even have more. You took drugs. Maybe you're in a worse situation than I was in. In that case, the game plan is still the same. One by one, take them all out. Now, there's many resources to do these things. On my channel, I talk about quitting social media. I talk about explicit content. And what was the other one? It was video games. I talk about video games a lot as well. So I talk about these things. Other people talk about it as well. There's no excuse not to quit. You have all the resources in the world to quit. Okay? Even if you're addicted to something really hard, you still have all the resources in the world. There's facilities. There's people you can talk to. This, that, and the third. And I want to emphasize that your priority is to try quitting, not necessarily to quit. It's very nuanced here because you don't want to be the person that says, well, I've seen people do this. I wouldn't add this modifier, but I've seen literally people say, well, I don't want to quit video games because I'm just going to end up downloading them again as soon as I delete them. And to me, it literally makes no sense, but I guess I'll go over the point here. What's most important is you're actually trying to quit. You're actually putting the effort. So maybe you'll end up downloading them again. But you need to try to put the effort in not to. Okay? You delete them, and then you end up downloading again. It's like, okay, well, I need to try quitting. Then you delete them again, then you might have this battle. But eventually, as long as you keep trying, you'll actually prevail. So don't use that type of excuse. Like, oh, well, if I try quitting, I'm just going to end up doing it again. Because the truth is, one, you don't even believe in yourself. One, so how can you even get anything done? Two, it's completely unproductive. You apply this logic to anything else, and it just falls apart. Actually have some self-belief and actually put in some effort. And I guarantee you, eventually you're going to break through. This is how it was with everything. Social media was hard to quit at first. With video games, it was hard to quit at first. And with explicit content, I think it was really hard to quit. But even I with my 11, 12-year-old starting mush brain, right? I was able to do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. Quit your vices and receive true happiness.